Aaron from Supporthost. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I am Aaron from Supporthost. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss about how to install Let's Encrypt on Windows Server 2019. Most of the websites in today's world are secured using SSL and it's good for SEO. Normally we get SSL certificate from a certificate authority, that is CA. Let's Encrypt is also a certificate authority that provides free SSL certificates for our websites names. Let's Encrypt uses the ACME protocol to verify that we control a given domain name and to issue a certificate. To get a Let's Encrypt certificate, we need to choose a piece of ACME client software to use. Right now, there are lots of ACME client softwares available. Most of them are free to use. So let's see how these can be implemented on our Windows Server 2019 having IAS used for web service. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when we post new videos. Alright, let's get started. I have divided the entire Let's Encrypt setup into 4 sections, which are Section 1, Install IAS in Windows Server 2019. Section 2, Create website in IAS. Section 3, Issue Let's Encrypt SSL TLS using Certbot ACME client. Section 4, SSL install using WinACME Let's Encrypt client. So, in the last 2 sections, we are issuing SSL certificate using 2 different ACME clients, which are Certbot ACME client and WinACME Let's Encrypt client. In real situation, we only have to follow either one of them. So let's move to the first section, which is install IAS in Windows Server 2019. Okay, the first section is install IAS in Windows Server 2019. In this section, we are installing IAS in Windows 2019 Server. Refer this section if your Windows Server 2019 doesn't have IAS pre-installed. Otherwise, move to the next section. Okay, for installing IAS, first we need log into the Windows Server 2019. Here I already logged into the Windows 2019 server using Windows Remote Desktop. From there, for installing IAS web server role, first click on Windows Start, then choose Server Manager. The Server Manager window will open and from there, click Add Roles and Features. The Add Roles and Features wizard will open. Click Next on it and then choose Role-Based or Feature-Based Installation. That is the default one. Click Next. Then select a server from the server folder. Here we are selecting our own logged server, so that will be the default one. Click Next again. Then from the server role section, choose Web Server IAS. Select that. A Add Features pop-up wizard will open and confirm the installation of additional features that required for Web Server IAS by clicking on Add Features. Then click Next. Then leave all the features as it is and click Next. Now click Next on Web Server role section. Then leave all the default role services for IAS as it is and click Next. Again, here in the confirmation window, click on Install button. That will install IAS web server role in the server. Now we can see the message as the installation started on this server. So let's wait 1 or 2 minutes and the installation will get completed automatically. Okay, now we can see the message as installation succeeded on this server. This means that the IAS server role installation process got completed. Then now we can click the close button. Okay, this completes the installation of IAS server role on Windows Server 2019. Now let's move to the next section. The next section is create website in IAS. In this section, we are creating our website through IAS Manager. If your website is already created through IAS Manager, skip this section and move to the next section. Now let's see how we can create a website through IAS. For that, from the server manager itself, from left side, click on IAS, which will be available after installation of IAS server role. Then right click our server name. From there, choose Internet Information Services Manager, that is IAS Manager. Then the IAS Manager window will open. From there, right click our server name again and choose the option Add Website. The Add Website window will open. Here in the site name field give our domain name. So here I am giving my own domain name. Now the next option is physical path, which is the folder location path for websites where we upload our website files. Now I am choosing the location as CINET-pub www root, which is a common physical path location that we usually choose for the websites created through IIS. So you can choose any folder name as per your environment. Now in the host name field, give our website name again. Leave all other settings as it is, and now click OK. Now from the IIS manager under sites, we can see our website named certbot.certbothost.in is already got created. Now let's test this website working in a browser. For that, first create a test index.html file under the website document root. For that, go to the folder CINET-pub www root. You can easily go to that folder by clicking on the explore option under actions tab. Now click on that and we directly go to the CINET-pub www root folder. Here I am creating a test index.html. After creating an index.html file, open that index.html file using any text editor. Here I am using the notepad, and in the notepad type any content. So here I am typing the text content as website is working. Save the content, text content, and close the index.html file. Now open a web browser and in that visit our website name and hit enter. Now we can see the index.html content is displaying on the web browser, which basically means that our created website is working fine. So this completes the creation of website through IIS Manager. Now let's move to the next section. The next section is issuing SSL TLS certificate for website. Okay, now it's the time for purchasing and installing free SSL TLS certificate for our website. As we said earlier, there are many different ACME clients available for issuing Let's Encrypt SSL for our website. Out of from that, here we discuss two methods for issuing SSL TLS certificate for our website, which are: 1. Using Certbot ACME client. 2nd. Using WinACME client. Out of from that, we only have to follow either of them. So let's see how this can be accomplished. So let's issue Let's Encrypt SSL TLS using Certbot ACME client on Windows. In this section, we will set up SSL for our website using Certbot ACME client. For that, first we need to download the Certbot ACME exe file by visiting the below URL on the web browser. So I am copy pasting the download link for Certbot installer in the browser using this URL. Let's just download the Certbot ACME client exe file. Hit enter and let's wait. Now we can see the Certbot installer is getting downloaded to our Windows server. Once the downloader got completed, open Windows File Explorer and go to the downloaded section, and here we can see the Certbot installer is got downloaded in our Windows downloads section. Just double click on the installer file and the Certbot installer setup wizard will open. Click next. Here we can see the destination folder for installing Certbot ACME client is C program 86 Certbot. That is the default installation folder for Certbot ACME client. Leave the destination folder as it is and click install button. The installation will get started. Let's wait for completing the installation. Okay, now we get the message as the Certbot installation got completed, and let's close the setup by clicking finish. Okay, at this moment the Certbot ACME client got installed in the server. Now we can test the installation by issuing a Certbot command in the Windows command prompt. So open Windows command prompt from Windows start menu, and from there issue command certbot --help, and here we can see the Certbot command is available in the server, which basically means that the Certbot ACME client installation in the server is successful. Now let's issue SSL certificate for our website using this certbot command. For that, we are going to issue this command, which is certbot then space cert only --standalone. So we are following the standalone method for issuing SSL certificate for our website, which basically means that at the time of issuing this certbot command, the Certbot ACME client will try to bind to server port 80, which is the default port of IIS web server itself for any web server. So that is some kind of authentication authentication method which is needed for issuing SSL certificate using certbot ACME client over standalone method. So before issuing this certbot command, we have to stop the IIS web service. For that, open Windows IIS Manager and then click on our Windows server name, and there in the right side action menu we can see the start and stop options. So first stop this IIS service and free up port 80 from the Windows server. Now we can see IIS service got stopped. Another option to stop Windows IIS service is we can do that from Windows services section. So right now we are not using that option. We are directly stopping the IIS service from IIS Manager itself. That we already done. Now let's issue the command certbot command in the Windows command prompt for issuing SSL certificate for our website. Hit enter. Now by typing Y, let's agree to the terms and conditions of Let's Encrypt ACME client and hit enter. Here we have to enter the domain name that we would like to issue SSL certificate. So in our case it's certbot.supporthost.in. So I have typed the domain name in this section and hit enter. Now we can see the message as the certbot ACME client is requesting SSL certificate, Let's Encrypt certificate for our website name, and we can see the certificate is successfully issued and it's saved to the folder C certbot live. Then under that certbot.supporthost.in with the file name fullchain.pem. Also the private key for the certificate is also saved in the same folder. So at this moment the other things we can see from the command prompt itself is certificate will expire on 2022-128, which is 90 days from the issuing date SSL certificate. So all SSL certificate will be issued for 90 days. So we have to renew the SSL certificate after 90 days, each 90 days. So at this moment if we go to the Windows File Explorer and then go to C drive and then go to certbot folder, then go to live folder, then under that go to certbot.supporthost.in folder, that is our website name. There we can see our issued certificate files are available. Here the cert.pem file is the file that contains certificate for our website, and privatekey.pem is the file name which contains the private key of the website. Then full chain and chain pem files have the information of certificate authority intermediate certificate informations. So let's open this file with any text editor and just look at the file content, and here we can see the certificate file is, so certificate is available with the begin certificate text. And if you go to the privatekey.pem, open it using notepad, and here we can see our website private key which is starting with begin private key. Now at this point we have successfully issued our SSL certificate, Let's Encrypt certificate for our website. Now in case of the issuing certificate file, the Let's Encrypt ACME client will issue the SSL certificate with the file type as .pem, but we have to convert this .pem SSL certificate file format into .pfx file format, which is .pfx file format is the one which is supported by IIS web service. So for that we can either rely on SSL online conversion tool websites or using command OpenSSL commands like OpenSSL pkcs-12 -export -out, then give the pfx file name. Here I am giving the file name as cert.p12, then input the SSL certificate which is on .pem format, file name of that certificate, then use -in key prefix which locates the private key location of our website which is on .pem format. Then don't encrypt, use the parameter as -passout space pass colon, then space -no keys, which means using this argument we defining as don't encrypt our output certificate file with the extra password. So in this section I am relying on the online SSL conversion websites tools. So I am copying that link in the web browser. Let's choose the certificate file to convert. Here we have to give our certificate file which is on .pem format. Then go to certbot live, certbot.support, then choose cert.pem file. After that type of conversion type, current file is standard pem, which is correct. Then type of file convert to, here we have to choose pfx format, which is the file format SSL certificate file format supported by Windows IIS. Now choose the private key file again, which is go to certbot, then live certbot, then choose privatekey.pem, which is our private key file. Leave other settings as it is, which are optional ones. Now click the convert certificate option. Here we will get our certificate file in the PFX format and which will be downloaded to our Windows downloaded section, automatically downloaded to our Windows download section. And here we can see a file named cert1.pfx is available. So this completes the conversion of .pem formatted certificate file into .pfx formatted one. Now let's import this .pfx file into Windows IAS through Windows IAS Manager. Now we can start Windows IAS service again. For that, click the server name again and then choose start. That will start the Windows service again. Now click on the Windows server name again and here choose the server certificate option. From there, click import option from the action tab. This is the option where we used to import SSL certificate into IAS. Now in the certificate file location, give our certificate location which is in the download folder. Browse the folder and give the location for certificate file. Then leave the password field as blank because we don't have any password for our certificate. Now leave the certificate store as personal, which is the default one, and then click OK. That will successfully import our website certificate in the server certificate section. And here we can now see the certificate is issued to the domain name support.supportos.in and the expiration date as 90 days from now, and the certificate store is personal because we exported the certificate into personal store. At this moment, if we go to the Windows Certificate Manager by typing the command setlm.msc on the Windows run and click OK, that will open Windows Certificate Manager. Then from there, if we choose the personal and expand that one and click certificates, here in the certificate store we can see our currently exported certificate is available. So this means that our SSL certificate is successfully imported in the Windows server. Now use this imported SSL certificate for our website. For that, from IAS Manager itself, under sites, choose our website name. Then click bindings from the action tab. Then click add. Then choose the type as HTTPS and in the hostname field give our website name. Tick the option to require server name indication. Now in the SSL certificate window option, click the drop down menu and choose our imported SSL certificate, which is the certificate we imported for our website. Now at this time, if we click the view option, we can also see the certificate informations and certificate informations like which domain the certificate is issued to. Here we can see our own domain name in the issued field and the validity details, etc. Click OK that and leave all other settings in the add binding as it is and then click OK, which will add our SSL certificate or bind our SSL certificate to our website. Then click close. Okay, this completes a successful issuing and adding of SSL certificate, Let's Encrypt SSL certificate for our website through IAS Manager. Now at this point, if we visit our website over HTTPS protocol, we have to get a success message because we successfully added SSL certificate for our website. Hit enter and now we can see a padlock is available in the browser, which normally means that SSL certificate is available for this website. If we click on that and choose the certificate information, we can see the same SSL certificate is showing. So this completes issuing SSL certificate and adding those SSL certificate through IAS Manager using Certbot ACME client. The one thing we need to remember using Certbot ACME client is the SSL certificate which is issued through Certbot ACME client will not be automatically added to the IAS. For we have to manually import the SSL certificate and then after that add those certificate to our website binding section. Now if you go to the Windows Task Scheduler section, expand the task scheduler. Here we can see a Windows task named Certbot Renew is already got created. This is the task which is created during the installation of Certbot ACME client, which will renew all the issued SSL certificate, which will automatically renew all the issued SSL certificate through Certbot ACME client. So we don't have to worry about renewing Let's Encrypt SSL certificate after 90 days because that will happen automatically using this Windows task. But one of the problem with the task is if we choose the properties section and then under action click the edit option and there we can see the command argument used by default is Certbot renew command, which will only work when the Windows port 80 is not binded. But in our case, on a live server, the Windows IIS is already running. Also, we are using Windows Certbot standalone method for issuing and renewing SSL certificate. So in such cases, we have to edit this command and add a pre-hook and post-hook parameters with the argument as for stopping the IIS service at the time of renewing SSL certificate and then automatically start the IIS certificate after renewal. So we have to edit this default certbot renew command and then add our pre-hook and post-hook prefixes that will automatically stop and start IIS service during SSL renew. Click OK, then click OK. We can also test the certificate renew command by issuing this certbot renew with the pre-hook and post-hook prefixes in the command prompt itself. So let's issue this command and see if any messages are appearing if you try to renew the SSL certificate at this moment. And here we can see the message as the certificate is not yet due for renewal, which means at this moment there is no need to renew the current SSL certificate because it's not going to be expired within 1 or 2 weeks. There is plenty of time for renewal. So this all completes the issuing of Let's Encrypt certificate using Certbot ACME client. Now let's move to the next section. The next section is SSL install using WinACME Let's Encrypt client. This section is also an SSL issue and install section. We only have to follow this section if you don't want to issue SSL certificate using Certbot ACME client, which is discussed in the previous section. WinACME is a ACME version 2 client for Windows that aims to be very simple to use. It has a very simple interface to create and automatically install SSL certificate on a IIS server. So using this WinACME client, we don't have to do anything in the IIS server. The ACME client will automatically issue and install SSL certificate on IIS server. So let's see how this can be accomplished. Okay, let's see how we can install SSL certificate using WinACME client. For that, first download WinACME client package from their official website. So open their website in the web browser, hit enter, and from their website download section, download the latest recommended version. A zip folder will be downloaded automatically to our Windows downloaded section. Extract the package in the download folder itself, or you can extract the folder or to any other folder. It's up to you. Now go to the WinACME package folder. There we will see a exe self-executable exe file name named wacs.exe, which is the command we need to execute, or exe file we need to execute for issuing SSL certificate using WinACME client. So double click the exe file, which will open an interface, WinACME interface for issuing and installing SSL certificate for our websites. Here we can see a bunch of options. In that we have to type the option N, that is for creating certificate. So type N and hit enter. That will scan all available websites from our IIS and it will display in the interface itself. Here now we can see our website is displayed in the interface, WinACME interface, with identifying number as 2. So for issuing SSL Let's Encrypt SSL certificate for our website, we have to type the identifying number as 2. For your cases, the identifying number will be different, but all we have to do is type the identifying number that is displaying on your WinACME client interface. So here the number is 2 and hit enter. That will show the binding that is available for our created website with the identifying number. Here the identifying number is 1. So I am typing the number as 1 and hit enter. Now confirm the continuation of binding by typing Y, and here we can see we have to confirm the ACME client agreement. For that, first they are asking to open the agreement file that is in PDF format using default application. That will be the web browser. So confirm it by typing Y and it will automatically open the agreement file in our web browser. That's fine. Go back to the ACME client interface again, and the another question will be asked, which is, do you agree with the terms and conditions? Type Y and then the ACME client WinACME client will ask to enter email address that will send notifications about any issues with SSL or for abusers. Enter any email address that you use. Here I entered a sample email address and then hit enter. Now we can see the SSL certificate issuing is running. Let's wait and the SSL issuing will happen automatically. Now we can see the installing certificate in the certificate store. So at this point the WinACME client is successfully issued SSL certificate for our website, mentioned website, and it is added to the imported to the Windows Certificate Manager web hosting section. So at this moment, if we go to the Windows Certificate Manager and expand web hosting, and then under certificate section we can see our SSL certificate which is issued through WinACME client is available. Now if we go back to the WinACME interface, the other messages like the WinACME client is automatically installing the certificate in our IAS with binding as 443. Also adding the certificate for renewal. The next renewal is also scheduled by WinACME client on 2021-12-24. Now at this point, if we go back to the Windows IAS Manager, then under Sites, choose our website's name, and from Actions tab, click on Bindings. There we will see the binding for HTTPS. Click Edit, and now we can see the SSL certificate is changed to the issued SSL certificate from Certbot ACME client certificate to WinACME client, which means that the WinACME client successfully issued and added SSL certificate for our website in IAS Manager in IAS. Now we can also check by default the WinACME client will automatically renew the SSL certificate. We can also check the SSL renewal by typing R in the WinACME interface, which is for running renewal, and then type A, which is for managing renewal, and then type the number as 1, which is the certificate identification number for our website, and then type R for renewal. Now we can see that the WinACME is forcefully trying to renew the certificate, but showing the message as the certificate is not due for renewal. So this completes the issuing and adding SSL certificate for our website using WinACME Let's Encrypt client. At this point, if we go to the web browser and refresh our website over HTTPS, we can see this SSL certificate is still valid with our new SSL certificate that is issued by WinACME client. Now we can exit the ACME client interface by typing Q and hit enter. Then type the Q again to close the WinACME interface. So this completes issuing of SSL certificate using WinACME client and Certbot ACME clients. We have also tested the SSL working using web browser and visit the URL using HTTPS. Okay, this completes the details about issuing Let's Encrypt SSL using ACME clients on Windows Server 2019. I hope this video is informative. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. Leave your thoughts at the comment box. See you soon on next video.